All righty, people. All minds clear. All minds clear. All right, look. Hey, it is what it is, man. It's
Yes, we
a L.
do.
You already know what it is, man. Hey, no excuses coming this way. No excuses at all. You know what I'm saying? We took the L. Well, we gotta talk about it, because guess what? We realists around here. Huh? We the Regal Eagle, huh?
We ain't going nowhere.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. Hey, we realists around here. Hey, I get it. I get it. Emotions running real little high right now. This is a little high right now. I get it. Okay, but guess what? We here. It's the Regal Eagle, and we gonna keep it 100 no matter what. All right. So, bottom line is, look, like I said, we took the L. Okay. It would have been nice to win against a division rival. It would have been nice to to beat them up again, like you said. But it's plain and simple. One drop pass. That's it. Could second time in a row this season, or not in a row, but second time this season. But hey, like I said, it happens. Michi, man, what's good, man? What's up with you?
Hey, going on, man? How's everybody out there in the world, the cyber world, doing? Hey, it's your main man, Meach, man. We back here doing it again, ready to talk about this bullshit. Let's ask the questions.
No. We got to get everybody online. Come on now. Hold up, Sally, man. Where we at, man? How you feeling?
Hey, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? We 100, we took the L, but hey, we here. Let's talk about it.
All right, Gotti, how you feeling? How's everybody, man?
Man, look, I slept in my game clothes, man. I slept in the same clothes I watched the game in, man. I even got up, worked out with them on. I try to channel my energy to the Eagles, man. It hurt me bad, man. Hurt me bad.
Yeah.
But
hey, if y'all didn't know, man, I was watching Gotti's heart pump out his chest, man.
I showed him, man. You can see my name. I had my takeaway chain on, and you can just see the helmet and the chain pumping, man. But matter of fact, dude, I got a question for you, man. Where was you at when we watched the Atlanta game? Was you here?
I don't know. I don't think so.
All right, I'm trying.
Regardless of the fact, man.
I'm trying. Hold on now. I'm trying to get to something now. You was here for a game that we watched earlier in the season.
You trying to say Duke bad luck when y'all can't
right.
put together?
I think he was here. I think he was here for the Atlanta game.
Bad luck. Y'all can't put together the games, bro.
Hey, Michi, we ain't gonna entertain that, okay?
I need to find out because if you was here for that Atlanta game, I'm letting you know. You already know what I'm about to say now.
He cut off.
I know I'm not.
You can't come back,
bro. Yeah.
You can't come back no more. You can't. I'm gonna go
All right,
back.
look. So look, hey, enough of that craziness talk, okay?
We just trying to make sure it happens.
That's passe, man. We ain't doing that, okay? So look, this is what guess what? We on to the questions, like me said. Give me my questions. All right, so Meach, hey, you the first batter. Meach, Gotti side. This how it's gonna roll, man. How do the Eagles bounce back from this loss, bro? How do we bounce back? Meach, give it to me. Give me some. Give me something, man.
Win the next game.
We know that.
When you win, you take the pain away. Winning takes the pain away, man. But we just need to, if he's going to be out, I know we don't get the report until what was it, Thursday or so? You get the injury report, see if Jalen's going to be out again. So right now it's just a lot of speculations going on about he's going to miss a game, and that may be so because it is what it is for the concussion protocol that he has. But Pickett just really needs to get in there and get some first team reps. Get used to it, man, because he seemed real nervous. He seemed real timid, just like he did in Pittsburgh. I'm not gonna lie to you. He seemed the same way as a starter in Pittsburgh. But the only way to get over it, man, is just Devontae said it best, man. You can't change it. It's over. The game's over, man. Just push forward, go forward for the next one. So as long as we win the next one, we can't be horrible in these last two preseason games. That's what I was joking about last time. We just got to win.
Yeah, Gotti, what you got, man? Speak on. Let me know something.
Man, we just gotta shake it off, man. We just had a game where it seems like everybody had a bad game. I mean, everybody had a bad game. Guantanamo Bay, he gave up a touchdown, which is fine. Like I said, he built up enough credit to miss a payment this month. Right? When you get that little letter from the credit people so you can miss a car payment. It's so good. Yeah. But that's only one touchdown. the offense was getting hammered up pretty good, but we know why. They did the same. Washington did to Pickett, like I said I would do to Hurts, right? Blitz them, get them running or whatever. All they had to do is keep the same scheme, and they got us that column. I think he threw one, cool, and then everything else after that was what? Field goals, right?
Yeah.
Barkley, AJ, who was the Smitty? Was it Smitty? But
he threw one more.
I think it was.
No, he just threw AJ and Barkley scored 2.
Okay,
AJ
we couldn't punch it in. It was all field goals. So
after that was all field goals. Yep.
So we just had a bad game, man. And I mean, all around, they had to play where Slay, man. Let me tell you something.
No, we gonna get it.
No, it's not getting to him specifically, but the play where he ran off the field, it was 12 men on the field, right?
We gonna get into that.
It's not his play. I don't see where I can get to it later on down the line. But what I'm getting at is if you are one of 2 cornerbacks, right, and there are too many men on the field, you're not one of them. You're not that guy. It's either a defensive lineman or a linebacker that's not supposed to be out on the field, right? Or maybe a nickelback. But you can't come off the field as a cornerback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That
doesn't make any sense. So it's like these guys they ain't not thinking, or they caught up in something. I don't know. Just that's what I mean. Everybody had a bad game. Like you can't get the quarterback wouldn't come off the field. He's the quarterback. You are the cornerback. So everybody wasn't firing on all cylinders, man. And I think this week everybody's going to recognize it, and they're going to be on top of their game for Dallas. And I think that's how we bounce back.
All right, Sally. I want to hear what you got to say, man. I want to hear what you. Hey, everyone in the chat. So I want to hear what the chat got to say about this, man.
Hey, I mean, I think like you said, Pickett has to get the first team reps, because we don't know the status of Jalen. Pickett he just looked stiff, looked like he didn't belong in that offense. He just didn't look right in the offense, not at all. And I think what happened, I think once Jalen went down, man, I just think the gas got knocked out of everybody. They was like, oh shit, the quarterback is down. What are we gonna do? And Pickett came in, he an effort. He tried, but I mean, it just wasn't. I mean, we just had too many 3 and outs, man. Just too many. I mean, too many 3 and outs, bro. So but we gotta bounce back. We gotta go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
I'm just saying. So we gotta just get out there. We gotta put this L in the rearview mirror, and chuck on. We still gotta win one game to win the NFC East. And that should be the focus right now, is winning the NFC East. You know what I'm saying? So that should be the focus. I mean, don't look beyond that. Just look for next week winning this game against Dallas. Now Dallas ain't no slumps. They've been playing pretty good these last few weeks, and they ain't got nothing to lose either. So they're trying to take anybody out they can at this point. So just go ahead, put it behind us, and move on forward.
I'm with Meats, man. Bottom line is you got to win. Bottom line, that's it. Got to win. Win the next 2 games. Guess what? This game, we won't talk about it no more probably until sometime next year. So bottom line is you just got to go out and win. Hey, it is what it is. Can't take it back. It was a drop. Okay, yeah, it could have been a game stealer, but guess what? Barkley dropped one. You know what he did next game? Went out and fucking tore it up. So bottom line is brush it off. We know that's not us. And just keep it rolling from there. That's all we got to do. That's it. But with that being said, once I keep it rolling now, Jalen Daniels has been on a little tear the past couple of games. I'm saying he's been doing a little loose mouth. I'm saying little loose legs and all sorts of stuff. I'm saying, hey, Michi, talk to me, man. Is Jalen? No, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Is Jalen Daniels as good as they say he is? Is he really that guy?
Yeah, Jaden is exactly. That's what I said in the pregame show, man. I said that he is my choice for rookie of the year. That's my choice. He's been doing this. It is more than a couple games. I think he had like 2 or 3 games where he wasn't performing as good. But I mean, he's clearly by far the rookie of the year, in my opinion. So he's absolutely this guy who we say he is, ESPN say he is, everybody says he is. Jaden Daniels is really good guy. He has his composure, and he did this in LSU. You know what I mean? He didn't just start doing it. He had his composure. He's very mature. He makes mature decisions, takes mature sacks when they need to be done. You know what I mean? Throws the ball away when it needs to be thrown away. Doesn't make a lot of a nice touch on the ball, man. That flick of that wrist, he's throwing the ball down the field 20, 30 yards. He's absolutely who we thought he is who we thought he was. Jaden Daniels is good. He is who we thought he was.
So look, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. You know, I'm gonna give a shout out to Jalen Daniels. Jalen Daniels has to be right now in the league one of the most composed quarterbacks inside and outside the pocket that I've seen all season. I'm gonna keep it $1. So, you know, shout out to him for doing that. And I'm saying, the heck with you for beating us, but I will give Jalen Daniels a shout out. He did play a very, very good game. I'm saying he stayed composed, he stayed disciplined. He looked through all his reads. He played a good game, so I really can't hold it. I can't hold him right now. I'm saying he's a good dude. But Gotti, man, talk to me like is he as good as he says he is? As everyone says he is? Is he that good?
The man threw 5 touchdowns yesterday.
Yeah.
That break alone, that alone beat us, right?
Mm-hmm.
5 times 30 in the extra points.
That's
right?
It.
And who are they saying is the number one defense or one of the top 2-3 defenses in the NFL?
Philadelphia Eagles.
They were saying it was us, right?
Yeah.
So you got a rookie who comes out here, throws 5 touchdowns. I think the most in the game, which I think
he's tied. It's tied for the record.
No, Nick Foles had 7 one year. So
yeah.
you got
Nick Foles had, yes, he had 7.
So you got an NFL record of 7 from a veteran, and you have a rookie throwing 5.
Oh, I thought you meant a rookie. Yeah, he's tied for the rookie.
I'm not talking about, but he's right behind the veterans. You know what I'm saying? Right behind the veterans. This guy, I know at one point last week he was 8 for 8. I stopped keeping track. 8 for 8 on third down conversions passing. He converted on us 4 and 11, along with other stuff. He caught that read on that blown play. That last touchdown, man. Zach Bone was a shoulder turn from knocking that ball down and possibly intercepting it, and he threaded the needle, right, for the game. He's the real deal, and like you said, for him to be so composed, even when they show him on the bench, I'm like, this dude is just like chilling. All the other quarterbacks is up there looking at tablets and everything. He's just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he's too good for the tablet, but he says he's composed. You know, he gets in there and he takes smart sacks. He makes smart passes. I mean, one of the interceptions was tipped by Slay. You know what I'm saying? So I can't remember how the other one went over the guy's head. So just a little bit over his head. Otherwise, that wouldn't have been an interception. So make smart plays, take smart sacks. He can get the ball down the field. Very smart, very intuitive, and I think he's the future of Washington.
All right. So speaking of the preseason, since we're talking about down the road and what's going to happen later on and all that. So we already know, what I'm saying, Jalen's got his concussion, whatever. What I'm saying? It did hurt us, and I'm not gonna lie. Even when he got the concussion, I'm quite sure everybody in the football world was looking at that game like, oh, that's it, Philly done. Jalen's out. Kenny Pickett can't do it. I want to let everybody know though, Kenny still put 30 on them boys. So watch your mouth when you're talking about Kenny. So it is what it is. But what Jalen Hurts being out, Sally told me, man, like, I'm sorry, not how will they bounce back, but how does Jalen Hurts' concussion play out for the rest of the season? Like, when I say rest of the season, like these next 2 games, if he doesn't play against Dallas, how is that going to affect us? Will he come back against the Giants and tear it up against the Giants? Because now, it's going to be again that everyone's be talking about the epic collapse of last year. So, how does his concussion play out for the rest of the season, Sally?
I don't think it. I mean, of course, they hurt us yesterday. I mean, at one point, I thought my man was going to come back in. He was like, thumbs up. I'm ready to put his helmet on. I think he's going to go back in. But then they called him back. So, I mean, to me, yesterday, it looked like he could have went back in there and played. I don't know if it's just a precautionary measure, whatever case may be, and they just want to keep him out because we were up. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's really going to affect us too much at all. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, we got to win one of these next 2 games to take the NFC East. And then, I mean, we got the next home game for the wild card, whatever the case may be. But I don't think this one little incident with him getting concussed or whatever case may be is going to affect us into our playoff. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, I think he's going to bounce back. He's going to be his old self. I mean, as far as like you looking at stuff like Tua had too many concussions. I mean, he had about 4 or 5 of them. They had to go ahead and take him out for like 6-7 weeks because he was just getting banged up. Jalen, on the other hand, I don't think it was that bad. I don't think it's going to affect us in the long run down the playoffs. I think he's going to, like you said, he's going to bounce back. And he's either going, if he don't come in the Dallas game, he's definitely going to be in the Giants game, and we're going to be good to go for them for playoffs.
All right, Macy, what's your views on it? What's your views on Jalen Hurts' concussion?
So I take it a different way from Sally, man, and who I don't know how else Irv's going to answer it, but I think it was critical to show Kellen Moore he needs to tailor a defense, an offense for Kenny Pickett, right? Everybody has QB1s. Nobody really plans for them. Nobody wants their main quarterback to go down. But in this, I think it was good at highlighting how shitty he played in that game. I didn't feel like they changed up the offense enough to suit Kenny Pickett's, his abilities. Kenny Pickett isn't a Jalen Hurts. So, I think that when you have, your quarterback, your QB1, QB2, even the emergency quarterback that we had on there, you should have certain plays that are lined up for them. So you're not sitting there trying to run the same type of offense, which they're not really used to. They don't have the same reps. They don't have the same, chemistry between the guys. And I think, it was a little failure as well. It's pointing out that we couldn't even run the ball. Saquon couldn't even run the ball. Let's be honest. He couldn't run the ball. So I think that it was good. It's not good. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's not good that he got concussed and got knocked out of the game, but it was good to show that we need to be able to tailor our offense for Kenny Pickett. If that's the number 2 guy, he's going to come in. If he does come in, this was a good indicator that we weren't set up for him to run our offense.
All right, so you spoke on Saquon. Saquon actually, before he hit the line of scrimmage, he got stopped 5 times behind the line and all loss of yards, 5 times in the whole game. When that's normally not him. Normally he busts through the line and at least gets 2 or 3 yards. And I want to say he was averaging 6.7 yards a carry throughout the season, but he got stopped actually 5 times by that defensive line before he even made it to the line of scrimmage. So that's just what it was. But Gotti, what you got on it, man? Talk to me.
So, like what me said, man, we got 2 styles of quarterbacks. So if you look at Pittsburgh, right? Russell Wilson will take off and run, and so will Justin Fields. So it's easy for them to run the same offense, right? It's easy for them to run the same offense with Fields and Russell, but that's not the case with us, right? So, like me said, it didn't seem like we were running a offense tailored for Kenny Pickett, and in a way I can see why, right? So let's just say today we find out Jalen Hurts is out for the next game. All this week of practice is Kenny Pickett style offense, right? They didn't practice that last week. They didn't practice the whole week of a Kenny Pickett style offense because it wasn't Kenny Pickett. So now instead of making a change on Monday for the rest of the week, they had to make that game time change right there. So you have a quarterback, you got a fresh quarterback in there who the defense is going to be hunting down. You have an offense that's going to be blocking for this guy when they're used to blocking for Jalen, and you have what was my other note? You also have the defense looking at this guy like, okay, this guy's not going to be able to pass, and so we're going to focus on stopping the run, and that's what they did. So what I see is if we don't have this offense tailored for Kenny Pickett, then we're going to be in trouble because he can't run Jalen Hurts' offense. Also, it takes away a factor of our 3-headed monster, a running quarterback, a running back, and those dynamic receivers. So now the defense only has to focus on 2 of those, right? And what it also does is, which is I'm glad, which I've been talking about earlier this season, is taking out these design run plays when we don't need them, right? It's the first quarter. Why are we running a quarterback, our starting quarterback, right? We're not converting on 3rd down. The game is not on the line. He shouldn't even be out there, with the ball. He shouldn't be crossing the line of scrimmage unless it's a tush push. So I think in those aspects, it's going to change how we play, how we prepare. Kellen Moore. And also one more point. I think we're going to get a cautious Jalen Hurts now, because I think before when he was throwing all those interceptions, you know, we had an issue with the way he was handling the ball. Everybody's like, oh, he's scared to throw. He's scared to throw. He's scared to throw because he's scared to throw a pick. Now he's going to be scared to run when it's time to pull the ball down and run. And he may make a hasty decision when it comes down to the pass. So I think it's going to change. I think it's going to change a lot of dynamics of the game. But I don't think it's nothing that we can't overcome.
Well, you know, they say, you know, once you get one concussion, it's easy to get the second one. So hopefully,
right.
you know, hopefully he doesn't go back.
Jalen Hurts.
Right. Hopefully, you know, he goes out there and just shrugs it off and doesn't take that, you know, into a situation to where he's playing scared ball. You know what I'm saying? I hope he does do that. But Mr. Wing says, what scares me is where there was the offense adjustment for Kenny. Why not run under center with the fullback they acquired? The constant zone runs that went for no yards were frustrating. Michi, want to answer that?
Yeah, that's was hitting on what I was saying as well. And the guy is right. We did, you know what I mean? That's what, if it was me, man, and you can't have success running them like that, I would have went old school on him and put him in that goddamn power I formation, or you know what I mean? They would have tried to get some runs like that because their defensive line kind of bullied our offensive line this game, and that was unusual as well because we have one of the top tier offensive lines in the entire NFL. They usually provide the holes. They give Jalen the amount of time that he needs.
Too many of them. It's too many of them in the NFL right now. It's too many.
Because you know, historically, statistically speaking, Jalen Hurts, he does hold on. He has been known to hold on to the ball a little bit, you know, way too long. So our offense has done good with that. And for this reason, this game, all those guys, Dickerson, even Lane Johnson, man. Lane Johnson had a couple bad plays, man. It's just those guys. Yeah. Becton had a couple let a couple guys come through, and they were just stopping him. But like Gotti said, man, it was when you put in Kenny Pickett, you automatically, you know, bottlenecked funneled our offense. You know what I mean? You know that he isn't a running quarterback. So, you know, once they started to focus on that and they stopped Saquon, same game plan that we would like to have on other teams, you can take away the RPO. You don't have to worry about the RPO coming. You know what I mean? So just like what he said was good, man. It's just we definitely needed to make those adjustments on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I really am. But the adjustments and things like that, as far as the offense, like what I don't understand is throughout the game, our defense did everything they were supposed to do throughout the game. When I say throughout, like beginning, middle, and almost towards the end. I mean, we have 5 turnovers, fellas. 5. And we only got 13 points off of 5 turnovers. That is crazy. Like, what's the reason for not scoring TDs on these cats? 5 turnovers, and one of them was on their side. 2 of them was on their side of the field. So 2 turnovers on their side of the field, and we don't score a touchdown, at least 2 touchdowns. Like, Sally, talk to me, brother. I need to know, like, what is going on? Why can we not score?
It's because they didn't change the play caller for Kenny Pickett. They still had the same plays in there as Jalen was playing, trying to run Saquon up the gut. And when they were stuffing the line, and he was getting negative yardage. And then, you know, you got, I mean, it's a couple times, you know, it was some drop passes yesterday too. We can't forget the AJ dropped the pass. It was some drop passes yesterday that could have helped us out. But just when Jalen went out, man, and Kenny Pickett, he looked like a mannequin in there, bro. I'm just being honest. He was just turning at the waist and handing the ball off. And Saquon was trying to run up the gut, and that just wasn't working. He wasn't. I mean, he was just turning around and handing the ball over, and Saquon trying to run up the gut, and he was getting smashed every time. He was getting smashed. They were just smashing him. He was just losing yardage. And when you get to that point, we had too many 3-and-outs. Too many 3-and-outs, man. Too many. And what's so crazy is we had 13. We had the ball. We had the ball for 13 minutes more than they did.
Michi, what you got on this, man? 5 turnovers with the advantage, bro. 5 turnovers, no TDs. What's going on, man?
It was a little bit disrespectful, man, how we weren't able to do it. And me, if I was Kellen Moore, man, obviously you're not going to have the same playbook. You know, if I got 10 pages of offensive plays, I'm going to stick to the first 2. You know what I mean? I'm going to simplify the offense a lot, you know, dummy it down for Kenny Pickett. And if I see the run isn't running up the holes, I mean, we got to go back to the last thing like we did last year when we were doing bubble screens and quick slants and stuff like that. I would have did that, to get him in somewhat of a rhythm.
That's right.
Therefore, you created that confidence in him. So more quick slants. I would have liked to see more quick slants. 3 to 5, 7 yard quick slants or something like that. Constantly eating up yardage. I don't need to go for 20 yards and stuff like that, man. I just would have ate away at the yardage. Quick slants to AJ. Yeah, they don't catch all of them. Nobody's going to catch every ball thrown their way. But they would have caught a high percentage of them, which would have instill or put that confidence in Kenny. And then that would have also freed it up. So, you can do other things. So I would have definitely simplified the offense. Us not scoring was, I got to put it on Kenny, man. I know we scored 30. We put up 30, 33 on the books. It wasn't all, he got us in good position, but shit, it was, hey, Jake did his thing. Jake did his thing during the game. Jake did his thing, and that foot came through. He missed that 60-yard. It's a 60-yarder, So
yeah.
And what was crazy when he did that, he missed the 60-yarder by like 4 or 5 yards. But then when he kicked that, he kicked that 50. He kicked that 50. It was like, damn, that was like 65 yards.
I said the same thing. Got it. I was like, he had like 6-7 more yards of that thing.
Yeah, I was a little confused. Hey, Tim, and is one point that somebody said, I was hoping somebody said this, that we didn't run the tush push at all. And that's because it's not designed for everybody. If you don't practice the tush push properly, it's not going to work. You're going to look like other teams. You're not going to have a high success rate with the tush push.
It don't work. It don't work for us all the time.
It don't work for we went down a few percentage from last year. We still have a high percentage in the league of it, but it doesn't work for us all the time. So if you get somebody who hasn't done it, it's not as simple as it sounds, or as we make it look, as the Eagles organization, as we make it look. The tush push is hard to do. It's a battle of physics at that point. Getting down and so those are in the first team reps when Jay, what's his name, Hurts. He knows, the angle to take. Sometimes you gotta hesitate for a second to be able, to wait them for the line to do what they gotta do and stuff like that. So normally, if you just put a QB2 in there and you try to run the tush push, he's gonna run in there. He's gonna do it too fast. You'll get stood up and stuff like that. So you can't do the tush push. So I think my answer to this is we should have simplified the offense a lot more for Kenny Pickett. Quick slants, constantly eating up yardage, then throw Saquon some screens or something like that, something different other than trying to run it up the hole every time.
But on the pregame show, I said, I specifically said quick slants just to get him in rhythm. Quick slants. I said in the pregame show, I said if we can get that rhythm going to get that confidence back up, we'll be fine. So once Jalen went. No. I'm saying period for the whole game. I was saying for Jalen. I was like, if we can get those slow, because I said we need to get the quick slants up because they're going to try to play the run. I said, but if we get those quick slants up, that'll make the linebackers fall back a little bit. Then Saquon will be able to bust through the line like he's supposed to. I said this at the pregame show. Now I don't know why Vic didn't. Why Nick Seager ain't listen to me because I hit him up on the silly. So I don't get it. I gave him the blueprint. It was like Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? I gave him the blueprint. He ain't gonna listen. But it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? But Mr. Wing says, I'm not impressed with Moore. And Sirianni is not an offensive mind on the defense. Why is Vic on the defense. Why is Vic Fangio playing a cover 2 in the red zone, leaving the middle of the field wide
open? I said the same thing, Mr. Wing.
Yes, he
wide
did.
Open. Like the dudes are in the back of the end, the DBs in the back of the end zone. Nobody's going back there. Nobody's going back there.
Stay up.
And
I don't know if they're just scared to get beat or whatever on the deep ball, but no. You got Guantano back there. But we ain't even going to talk about the other side right now. We're going to get him later, but go ahead. I don't know, man. It's frustrating to see, but, hey, we just got to keep it moving, you know what I'm saying? So, Meaty, man, penalties, and more penalties. Why do we continue to shoot ourselves in the foot every single time crap like this happens? We get penalties at the wrong time. You got when we gonna get into that one main distractor in a second. But what is going on with these penalties? Like just dummy moves, man. Like me personally, I feel like at some point in the game, there is a disciplinary problem when it comes to that. Some of these players, I don't know if it's just a lack of respect. They all, because you can get any player, any one of them, I don't care what team you're talking to, in any press conference and say how much they respect. But at some point in time, inside that locker room, when there's no cameras, there is a level of disrespect somewhere. Because there's no reason why we are having these bonehead calls on seasoned players that know better. Like, they know better. So, Michi, talk to me, man. Like, what is the deal with these penalties, bro? I don't get it.
Hey, man, I used to hear this when I was coming up. The couple of times I played football, I wasn't good at it. But the couple times I played football, there was always an adage, man. They always used to say that discipline beats talent when talent isn't disciplined, right? You're gonna have that every time, you know. So what I mean, obviously, it's well said by itself. I shouldn't need to elaborate, but you have teams when you have undisciplined talent like we have, and you making those boneheaded mistakes, you're gonna give the opportunity for other teams to come in and capitalize on those, you know what I mean, those big moves down the field, those pass interferences, which that was a question for us as well. We didn't capitalize on those 2 or 3 damn pass interferences. We didn't capitalize on those. But you know, you'll see teams that, you know, they just keep fighting. And the other teams, you know what I mean, they become undisciplined, and you have all these crazy things, except for that one. I don't think he should have been, you know, we'll talk about that. But he should have been. But you know what I mean, if the discipline is always going to win, man. It's, you know, because like we said, everybody has said it on here a couple times. Yeah, we look at the I can't even use the Commanders because they're a good team. Yeah, you look at the Giants, you look at the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? But if you put those guys are NFL caliber guys, you know what I mean? And they can change the schematics of a game on any couple plays. It can change, to be honest with you. Everybody knows that. I mean, you have some days when they just don't fall together, but they do possess the talent to take over a game. And that's what happened to us, man. You can't have costly penalties like that because the lack of discipline is always going to hurt you in the end.
True. Got it. What speak on? Talk to me.
Man, I do think that on both sides there were some BS calls out there from the refs, like the one Jalen Carter got for, you know, bumping a quarterback, but they was tearing Kenny Pickett's ass up. You know what I'm saying? So and then a lot of people think those Lattimore penalties. One of them was kind of questionable, but you know, you show those different angles. You know, they were warranted, but. So is this discipline part of penalties, or this is just gameplay penalties? I don't want to dip into a different category.
Well, you said the first one was what?
I said, is this discipline or gameplay?
Gameplay. Okay, we're gonna talk about discipline next topic.
Yeah, okay. So I mean, just like I said, man, bad. Everybody, I don't know if it was the game time, the game breakfast, if it was the train ride from Philly to Washington. But it was a bad game all around, man. I mean, Beck didn't go on left.
Them boys had to pay these tolls. They had to pay these tolls. If they had to pay tolls, that's why. That's why they said they check. They didn't want that.
Just a bad game, man. Just a bad game. We got outplayed. I mean, I don't know what else to say, man. Just it was our day. It was our day, and everybody was off, man. Everybody was off. On the day that Elliott decided to play. You know, he did miss that one field goal. The day he's decided to play and makes field goals, everybody else is sucking ass. But I do got a question, man. What has man been our kicker the whole season?
There ain't no way. Has he? Michi, has he?
I know he's a winner. Has he been kicking off the whole season?
No. I don't even know.
Yeah, he couldn't get the ball in the end zone.
No.
I mean, they scored they had 184 yards. Just off a kickoff.
Because he's letting them run it out.
I remember at least 2 or 3 drives they started on our side of the field, either because of kickoff or something else. But yeah, man, just bad game. They started on our side of the field. I know just by memory at least 2 times in the first half. Yeah. Started on our side of the field.
And then on top of that, every single kickoff, they're running the ball at least to the 40.
And at least to the
40. He didn't make it to the kickoff zone one time.
2 more yards. Right,
he didn't make it to the kickoff zone. He didn't make it to the landing zone one time.
Yeah. All right. So, but with these penalties being said, with these things be going on, And I want Michi to speak on this first because I know Michi is I know his mouth might be watering for this question. But we got to dip into CJC's ejection. Bruh, you know they had it out for you on the first call.
I don't care. No. I refuse. This is where the NFL gets it's black eye. There is no way that I can see. It ain't like he said, "I'm gonna kill you after this game. I got you and your mama. Y'all go die. I got a hit out on y'all in the refs. Y'all mother suckers is dead." He didn't say that. I mean, that's in game goddamn chatter that's going to banter, as some people like to call it. That's some in-game banter. You kicking people out of the game for talking crap? Come on, man.
Yeah, come on. It's crazy.
That's how soft we getting in the NFL.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this: if you know that first call was BS, don't push it. But
nobody expects to get kicked out of the game for talking shit, though. Like, come on now.
But guess what? He did.
Yeah, I know.
You may not. Guess what? Guess what? I didn't expect to go to jail. I mean, I only had one bullet in the gun. I didn't think I was gonna go to jail that bad.
No, come on, that's a little goddamn different.
I'm just saying, man. If you know for a fact that they're on you like that, like it was small chirping. Like you talking small stuff, and they talking about a first warning, like. At that point, defensive line coach, defensive coordinator, whoever, to the point, hey, don't say nothing. Just whatever they say, walk away, run back, get in your position, don't say shit. Because it's obvious they got it out for you. Just be quiet. But you're gonna keep doing it and then start talking. Now I don't know what he said because again, and I'm with you, Michi. I'm with you. I get it. There's nothing I can say on the field that should warrant me getting put out, especially when he assaulted me.
Yep, 100%, man.
He knocked my helmet off me, and he didn't get ejected. Come on now, at least give me a hand to the face. Give me something. So I understand, but I mean, come on, man. Like, what message do you give him in the locker room? Got it. What are you talking? What are you saying to him in the locker room?
So first of all, I'm gonna play both sides here. Like Michi said, man. Short of me threatening your family. Them words, I mean, these guys, I mean, y'all seen that snippet that I posted of Mike Tomlin. They tell the ref, man, get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of here.
So you mean to tell me that didn't warrant a flag? He's talking to the ref, right?
Right.
I guess he's saying that CJ was talking trash to another player, which who doesn't? You know what I'm saying? He's talking to the ref. So I think that was BS. But now let me tell you something. Let me tell you this. On the other side, when I was in the Army, young soldier, whatever.
That's right.
If I was late on Monday, the first day of the week, guess where I was on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? I was early. I was out of everybody's way, and I will restart next Monday.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna hear nothing from me on that first strike if I got 4 more days of the week to deal with.
Right.
When you got that first, it's one thing to get a penalty. It's another thing to get when that qualifies towards your ejection.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you got that one that qualifies towards your ejection, you should be on the bench when other players come around. I know it probably hurt your pride. You know, like Ho said, I'm a man with pride. You don't do shit like that. But man, you got to suck it up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they out for you for whatever reason. If the first one was BS, then don't even put yourself in a situation for the second one.
That's all I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all I'm saying.
Because then now the second one was probably BS. It wasn't caught on camera. You know, I went upstairs. I came downstairs, and it was a penalty. I was like, "What happened?" I kept asking what happened. He's like, "I don't even know. Like, they didn't show anything." I'm like, "What? What are you doing at the break that you would get a penalty?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and what are you doing that? What is so egregious that it's not gameplay? You know, that this guy gets a penalty. You mean talking trash? Have you ever seen these guys mic'd up, ref? That's all they do.
I want to know. I'm curious to know. I don't care. I want to know what was said. If anybody's out there, all 6,000 of y'all out there, if any of y'all can find what CJ Gardner said to make him get kicked out, get kicked out, please email us. Hit us up on IG. Send us the link, something. We need to know what was said. Sally, what you think about it, man? What's your message to him in the locker room after the game?
I'm just like this, man. Check this. At the end of the day, we know the refs got all the power on the field. They got all the power on the field. Mm-hmm. They can call any penalty. They can eject whatever you can get. That's just like, I'm driving. I'm taking the driver's test, and I get one warning from the driver instructor. You let me know. Hey, you do that again, you're done, son. Okay, I got it. I'm 10-2, baby. I'm 10-2, baby. I ain't saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. I'm 10-2, baby. I'm just straight head to head, blinking everything. I'm doing everything right because I don't want, at the end of the day, my thought is, okay, I got a warning, whatever. I got a penalty the first time. I don't want to do anything that's going to cost. I don't want to do anything that's going to cost my team the game. You know what I'm saying? Because I got an interception earlier. Obviously, I'm something of a big deal out here. I'm doing something out here. I'm something of a big deal. So if I get kicked out of this game, what's going to happen to the rest of the defense? How are they going to cover me being gone? You know what I'm saying? So I got it. I mean, if we talking shit to somebody, I mean, that's part of the game, talking shit to people.
Yeah.
That's intimidation, talking shit, AJ and my man was talking shit all day yesterday. They talking shit back and forth all day. Now, if he didn't say, I'm going to go back and get my gun, when I come back, all y'all about to get it.
Is that you, Raymond? Take that silly ass mask off.
Michi, what's going on, man? What's up? I can see it in you, man. I can see it. What's going on?
What I get what y'all say. I get what everybody's saying, but you're not gonna compare a driving test to playing in the NFL talking shit. Nobody in the NFL gets tossed out of a game for talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they do the fighting and the personal fouls get involved. Only people that I know got kicked out of games were in basketball was like Rasheed Wallace. You know what I'm saying? He used to stare down the ref and stuff. Rasheed, you're out of here.
Stop staring at me. You're trying to intimidate me.
I said nothing. But I ain't even holding him out.
The difference was Rasheed purposely did that to the ref. He's talking trash to another player. That's why I can't. Yeah. That is egregious to me. That is egregious, but I don't want to go into to me, that wasn't even the main point. I'm waiting to get to that. Wasn't the main point that I got frustration with the entire Eagles organization and the NFL itself. That's not it. Oh, y'all want to hear?
Yeah, I want to hear. Yeah, I do.
The point I want to make is this: the defense, they could have played better. There was no way we should have let them score 44 points in the fourth quarter. 22 points in the fourth quarter. Okay, no way. The point of disgust that I had is this whole quarterback thing that's going on, right? When Jaden Daniels ran for that 30-yarder, that was the point of disgust because you saw when he like faked it like he was going to go down and he let him run. The NFL has made defenses so timid to hit the fucking quarterback that he was able to get that 30-yard. That's what killed us in the game. That single play let him set it up. When he ran for 30 fucking yards because he hesitated and the defense kind of like let him slide down to the ground. You know what I'm saying? But he took off running. That right there is what the problem that I have with the NFL, the referees, and these fucking quarterbacks. That's the problem that I have.
Okay, so Michi, I'm gonna pose a question to you. Do you feel as though the NFL and this is for everybody in the chat too? Do you feel as though that the NFL should entertain a slide commitment rule? If you begin to slide and you don't, that's the penalty. That's a flag.
So now there's going to be too many nuances in it. When you try to do something like that, there's too much because what's going to constitute a beginning to slide? You're saying so now you're going to get into all these schematics of what's going on. Now the focus is off of the quarterback and doing whatever. I'm like old school football right now. If he's running, hit his ass. Try to run through it. But you get people so scared, and it started with some people go TB, Tom Brady. You know, if you hit Tom Brady, and that was damn near a felony, they took you to prison there. So it started with him. So I understand protecting the quarterback, but you have a couple quarterbacks that have did the same thing Jaden Daniels did this game, and he was able to run 30 yards. Because if you saw it, rewind the game, watch it tonight. The defense did not touch him. They were right in front of him, and they let him go by because he acted like he was going to stop or go down. That's what screwed us over. You can't do it. It's too many X's and O's going on to be able to say, oh, you know, if they started and this, it's too many variables in play. With, you know, you got 32 quarterbacks coming on, 32 different type of interpretations. The referee's going to interpret it differently and stuff like that. So I just feel that, you know, that's a no-go. But letting him run 30 yards like that last night, that's what set us up for failure.
Yeah, very true. I mean, there's no way. I'm not gonna say there's no way he should have, but I don't know why I don't even know how to even answer that question. But how he got 30 yards down the field and only one person touched him is just asinine.
Look at it. I watched this play over. Look at it. When Jaden Daniels ran and he like hesitated, like he was about to go down. There was like 2 or 3 people that were right there that could have hit him. But they did it because he was going down. So and then he took off to the right and ran towards the goddamn ashes on the right side. And that's how he got to 30 yards.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like why didn't I mean, and I understand, I know why they didn't hit him, because it's obvious that you're saying it. But I'm just saying, like, but for him to get that far down the field without other defensive players closing in on him a lot faster, it's like crazy. Like once he's taken off, like, all right, break away, everybody, rush to him. Like scurry to the ball, quick, everybody. But for then he gets outside, and he keeps running. It's like, God damn. And I hate to say
it. We were set up. That's why I keep stressing it, because we were set up in the zone defense. At that particular play, we were set up in the zone. And you know, when you're in the zone, everybody's maintaining their things, and so he had enough room to run. So once he faked it like he was going to go down, and the 2 defensive players didn't do it, the cornerbacks were already 10 extra yards off of it. You know what I mean? Because they were playing for, he could have still thrown the ball. So they were playing for that. That's how we had that space to run to the right side, because everybody was already pulling to the left side. And when he faked it, he ran to the right for an extra 20, 25 yards. That's how he got away.
Yeah.
It's
tough. What's going on, Rod?
What's up, Rod? Are you talking about that 4th and 11 conversion?
When he ran for 30 yards?
I can't. I know he ran, but I can't remember how much it was. But I
think it was 4th down.
Yeah. 4th and 11.
I can't remember, so don't quote me on that. But I know that play was like a dagger in us for when he got those yards.
That was the 4th and 11 right there.
That was one of many turning points. Yeah,
it was one of many, but we still held it together. The defense was holding it together. But that one right there is what was the nail in the coffin when they allowed him to do that. And if you see our 2 defensive people
that set him up.
They was within 2 yards of him. They could have hit him, but he had like he was going down, and then he ran off to the right. That's what made me so mad, because this whole QB controversy and protecting the QBs and all of this. I get it, you know, they need to be protected a little bit, but goddamn, we're playing football here. This is a grown man sport. You know what you're getting into.
That's right. So someone need to hit that old boomstick. Boom! Bam! Shakalak. That's it. But even with the shakalak, you know what I'm saying? There are times, man, where I feel like we could have put the ball, we could have put the game away.
There was a lot of times.
And it's not one time, but 2 times a season. But with this one, look, this is the 2nd time this season the game has come down to a drop pass. How does a team deal with this mentally? Because it's like, God damn, like not again. That's at least as soon as you drop it, I said not again. I was like, not again. Come on, another drop pass, please. And it's like mentally, how do we know that we could have been potentially been a 14-1 team right now outside of 2 drop passes? 2. How does that mess with us mentally, Sal? Because I know it burns me up. It burns me up.
Oh yeah, of course, it burns me up. I mean, I'm pissed. You know, I'm like, damn, another. But at the end of the day, you know, I mean, I gotta respect Smitty for what he said. He said, hey, I just dropped the pass, man. He said, I'll caught all the hard ones, but it's easy when I just drop. And, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I think that the game shouldn't have been that close where that even matters to me. I'm just being honest with you. It shouldn't even matter. It shouldn't even been that close where it even mattered. But the fact that it mattered, and man, Smitty was running across the middle, and it was a perfect pass, man.
Hey, but let's be honest. Let's be honest about this. Smitty dropped the pass, yeah. But Saquon dropped the motherfucking pass too now.
Yeah,
he did.
Saquon dropped the pass too before Smitty. If Smitty wouldn't have had to catch that pass, and Saquon would have caught that fucking ball. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
you 1,000. You hit the nail on the head.
Everybody's talking about Devontae pass. Saquon dropped that same pass that he dropped fucking against Atlanta. It was the same outright. It was a simple play. Kenny Pickett threw it to him, and he dropped it by himself.
That's exactly why I said Kenny Pickett did enough to win the game. He threw a pass to Barkley. He dropped it, and he threw the game winner to Smitty. He dropped it. He did just enough to win the game.
Mm-hmm. AJ dropped the pass too. AJ dropped one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dropped, but yeah, anybody, like I said, nobody's gonna catch 100%. I got that.
Right. Of course, I got it.
But it's when you drop it, just like his name, Mahomes. Mahomes can get sacked and have a shitty first quarter, second quarter, but he has the best QBR in the fourth quarter. That's when it matters. So it's different if you can drop 10 passes in the first, second quarter, the first half, but if you drop that one pivotal pass in the fourth quarter.
And you know who else dropped one like that? Tom Brady in the 2017 Super Bowl. Saying he dropped it. Sure did. He sure did. But he did. But you're right. I mean, he's right. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Like it's not the fact that he dropped it, it's when he dropped it. And that's the only reason why Vontae's getting so much, he's trending because it's when he dropped it. Had it been someone else, someone else would have been doing the same thing. So I mean, but shout out to Vontae though for owning it. You know what I'm saying? He owned it. He said it's me. He said, you throw that ball to me 101 times out of. Hold up, Scotty, what you got going on?
All right, I'm good now. Oh
shit. See, that's what I'm talking about right here. This is the bullshit.
But yeah, I like the fact that he owned it. I like the fact that he, he said what he had to say. Hey, look, you throw the ball to me 100 times in a normal situation. I catch it 100 times. It's just I dropped the ball. I dropped the ball. I shouldn't have dropped.
Nobody's talking about Saquon dropping it though. If Saquon wouldn't have dropped that pass, we wouldn't have been in that position. That's all I'm saying.
Right. I mean, I know. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Right.
What all I'm saying is, no one's going to look at that. Like the media's not going to look at that. They're going to look at the game ceiling drop. Yeah. That's what they're going to look at. Yeah. Although you and I both know it would have never came to that had he caught the pass.
That would have been a game ceiling drop. I think Devontae is going to get more flack about it because he's sure hands. They call it Devontae sure hands for a reason. So I mean he is good, but I just want to go hey, I want to get to the root of the problem. Saquon dropping that pass, that would have set us up. That would have been the game. If he would have caught that pass, the narrative would have been differently. He would have caught the game-winning pass. Right. But he didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because they could have ran the clock out and all of that stuff if Saquon would have caught that fucking ball. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So Mr. Wing says, bro, what was the Wildcat play? Oh, yeah, well, who knows? What the hell that was about, bro? I don't know.
And he had blockers. If it was a running play, he had blockers in front of him. He would have scored.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. That was just that was weird to me. To me, that was not nothing that should have ever been called. That was like the dumbest play ever.
Especially
I think that we ever did this whole
at
season.
that point in the game and that part of the field.
Hey, but you know how I feel about plays like that. Is if he would have made it, we'd be like, oh shit. That was a smart play. Look at Kellen Moore. Look at Kellen Moore.
Hey, the boys are genius. They did that. We need to do
it again.
So I get it was a dumb play, for where we was at, but I kind of get it because I message just like y'all, man. I mean, the Lions, we got to do something because the Lions are doing this trickery out here like good grief. I mean, they got people pretending to fall on the ground. It's getting a little disrespectful. It's getting a little disrespectful right now.
They got linebackers out there posting like they running backs and all this other mess. Like,
they also had that play when St. Brown came out the huddle, bent over, so they couldn't see his number.
Yeah.
In the backfield, and then we got a linebacker covering the wide receiver.
Don't forget, don't forget they did a hook and ladder to a lineman.
Yeah. You know what they're saying?
Yeah, the lineman,
let's try this. Let's try it.
Did they try to halfback pass against somebody?
They did the hook and ladder. They handed off, and then the receiver handed off to the lineman on an end and around play. I mean, come on now, they trying to be creative. I'm not too mad at it. But hey, the Lions, man, they are open. They are in the back end of their playbook. That's what they're doing. Yeah. So I can see it. It sucks it didn't work out. The shoulda, woulda, coulda. But if Saquon would have made that pass, we wouldn't be talking. It'd be shit.
All right, so look, we starting to wind down. You know what I'm saying? We starting to wind down, and at this point, man, hey, I said it last week. Okay, some people got to go. They got to go. Some people got to go where? Shoe program. They got to go to the shoe program. Michi, who you got going to the shoe program, brother? I want to know who's going to the shoe program.
I can't give me one.
No, you got to give me one.
I can't put the coach in there. I can't put Nick Sirianni in there. He's my all-time shoe program attendee. So you know who the next person I'm going to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Go ahead and say it. You want me to say it for you? I'm going to say it for you. Slay, you in there, baby. You in there all day long, okay? Shoestring, brother.
Slay all day long. But everybody knows I'm going to say Slay. So I'm going to have to say it, man. Our guy, everybody loves him. But he fucked up bad. He did not pass off that receiver. There was nobody to pass him off to. The guy had 2 catches for 2 fucking touchdowns. Our guy, my main guy, messed up that last play of the drive. Zach Bond. Yeah, he didn't hand that guy off properly like he should have. That's why his hips were turned the wrong way and he couldn't make a position on that play. If Zach Bond, he did not have a guy that that was in the back to cover him. If he would have kept going like he should have, could have went differently. I know I'm shoulda, woulda, coulda, but Zach Bond, man, he messed that one up. But Slay is all time. I mean, Slay is all time shoe program.
Yeah. All right. Sally, who you got going to the shoe program, bro?
Hey, I mean, I got Beach took my dude, man. I've been praising Zach. All season. I said Zach was gonna be the defensive player of the game. At the end of the day, he cost us the game. Because he didn't get handed that improper handoff. Military type shit, the improper handoff. You don't do that shit right. And that's
flip will coming. Flip will coming. Michi knows about him. That flip will coming, baby.
15-6. Let's get it started.
The improper handoff is what did it. So I have to go give it to Zach, man. He cost us the game yesterday. I believe he did cost us that touchdown.
All right, guys.
It's hard to say he cost us the game though.
So with that being said, Meech, just like Meech said, Barkley put Smitty in that situation where he had to catch the ball. Slay put Bond in that situation where that play was critical. And like I said, when you have 12 men on the field, which actually, and I don't even put this, the blame solely on Slay. If you are on the defense or you're the head coach and you see your cornerback running off the field, call a timeout.
I'll be done here about.
Call a timeout. You are the cornerback. Out of two positions, you're one of them, and you're running off the field with a throwing quarterback, right? Call a timeout, stay on the field, or take the penalty or whatever. You are the guy who's supposed to. You're not the extra guy. You are the cornerback. They showing Slay running off the field, and he's standing next to Rodgers. Rodgers is the guy who's in it when you're not in. Like, what are you like? Come on. Like you don't leave a receiver open. He need to go to the shoe program, special housing unit. Duke, I told you spell it. You send his ass to the special housing unit, get him some remedial training, and let him recognize that he is in a critical position on the field. If there's 12 guys on the field, you stay on the field, or burn a timeout or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you can't do that. If you running over there talking to your replacement about, look at our guy out there in the field scoring touchdowns.
Yeah.
The bad part is
I'm gonna keep it up. Go ahead.
Slay had a decent game yesterday. I mean, he played okay yesterday. I'm gonna be honest.
He played okay.
I ain't gonna lie, Michi. Now look, I know. Yes, he's in. But I will tell you this: he was big plays. Slay yesterday. He was.
He had 3 plays in it.
Yeah. Timberly. Hey, I know we call him big play singular, but he was definitely plural yesterday. All right. For me, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta put the kicker man in the shoe program. Brother, you gave them way too many good field positions, bro. And I don't care, bro. Put Sally out there. Sally can kick it into the end zone. Now I ain't gonna say Michi can put it in there. I don't know if Michi gonna put it in his own because Michi, he got that bad hip from when he fell off that track that one time. And Michi and Gotti, I know we had foot surgery at one point in time, so I don't know if that bunion's still right. You know what
I blew a hand in 2008. That bitch ain't come back in.
You know what I mean? So with that being said, man, look, we are up out of here, man. We have met our time. Our time is done. Hey, if you haven't done it yet, man, tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, man. We appreciate everything y'all do for us. And again, man, we here for y'all, man. We here for y'all. Go ahead, Michi. What you got?
Hey, one last thing I'm gonna say, man. We ain't mentioned it last time, but I'm gonna mention this game, man. Shout out to Michael Vick, man. Michael Vick got that head coaching job at NSU.
Oh yeah,
he's doing his thing.
Absolutely.
He's doing his thing. Michael Vick, NSU is the largest HBCU inside of the state of Virginia. So Michael Vick, he's doing his thing. I don't want to hear shit about his past or nothing like that. He's doing the thing now. Let's go.
All right, let's go. Nikki, hey, if you want that, Nikki, hey, all you gotta do is let us know. If you want me to the whole show next week, let us know, man. All right, Timberly, man, we'll holler at y'all. Hey, peace, love, and hair grease, everybody, man. Hey, we love y'all, man, but we gotta be up out of here, man. I gotta go.
Hey, Timberly, I got your blog today.
Hey, wait, before we go though, before I can start, I want to give a big shout out to Gotti, man. Gotti, appreciate you, bro, for getting my mini helmet signed by who? Dawkins. That's right, he got it. Appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. And I'm gonna make sure all y'all boys, all of y'all get a Christmas gift from me for being my host, man, being supporters for the channel. Appreciate y'all, man, and I'm gonna bless y'all, man. I ain't gonna lie. All right,
yes, sir.
All right, man. I'll let y'all. Hey, thank y'all. Appreciate all the followers, man.
Who that Nikki? Who that Nikki talking about?
That's Darling Nikki.
Yeah. All right, man. Yo, we out of
$2.
All right, we out of here. Peace.
Fellow on the beat.